Good afternoon from Lusk High School. Got some a quad going on. I'm going to cover Fort Laramie Southeast taking on Burns Pine Bluffs, couple combined teams. Over on the other mat is Glen Rock. Making the trip south is Upton, and they will team up and form a combined team with the Lusk Tigers. Lusk a little undermanned this year, 2 on the boys team and 2 on the girls team. But we're going to start with the Burns Pine Bluffs and Fort Laramie Southeast. Should be a good one with some good contests. I'm looking forward to it. Run through the weights real quick. Rico Ramirez will take a forfeit for Fort Laramie Southeast. Mickey Gooseman will also get a forfeit. First match will be Gideon Boyd, Fort Laramie Southeast, and Gunnar Copeland. That should be a really good one. At 126, Caden Hill will receive a forfeit. Miles Smith and Rutley Hansen at 132. LJ Hansen will get a forfeit for Burns Pine Bluffs at 138. Regan Cathcart also receiving a forfeit at 144. 150 will be Braden Baldridge versus Kason Ross. 157 is open for Fort Laramie Southeast. Jax Thurin will receive the forfeit. Baron Grubbs, Fort Laramie, and Colby Haas from Burns Pine Bluffs at 165. Joey Morin gets an open at 175 for Burns Pine Bluffs, as does Stephen Archer. And then the final contest of the boys at 215, D'Angelo Gann, Fort Laramie Southeast, Oliver Hare from Burns Pine Bluffs. We'll have the girls. They will follow after this one. Excited to get some girls action so far this year on Keith Broadcasting's GoCo Now YouTube channel. It's been all the boys. So Ramirez out waiting to receive the forfeit. They're underway over on the other mat with Glen Rock and the combined Lusk Upton team. I would imagine these contests will go one right after another, so I'll be here all afternoon and well into the evening. Let's take a quick time out, hear from some sports boosters before we get to some live action.
Grant Curry with Farm Bureau Financial Services is committed to helping you prepare for the unexpected. Farm Bureau, the #1 insurer of farm and ranch in Wyoming. They have a wide variety of insurance and financial services. He can help you understand your needs and provide the right coverage for you specifically. Visit him at the Torrington location, 1919 East A, or in Lusk at 208 West Griffith. Grant Curry, your local agent with Farm Bureau Financial Services.
At Points West Community Bank, we know that agriculture is more than a business. It is a way of life. With over 94 years of experience in serving Goshen County, we understand and value the ways of our local farmers and ranchers. Through the quality of banking services and lending relationships, we take the time to know our customer and learn their operation firsthand. Stop in today to meet with our friendly and experienced lending staff to discuss your agricultural business needs. We look forward to seeing you. Points West Community Bank, a new direction in banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Shad Bay's back at Niobrara County High School. The quad. Rico Ramirez and Guswood both received their forfeits. Checking in and getting ready to wrestle, Gideon Boyd and Gunnar Copeland. I think this is going to be a good one. Was able to do the broadcast from the Fort Laramie Southeast Bullington Memorial Duals on Saturday, and unfortunately Burns Pine Bluffs was in the other gym the entire time. Didn't make their way down to the elementary gym, so I wasn't able to bring any coverage of them. So this is the first time on. We've got quite a delay here. Both the wrestlers are ready. They've checked in. I think what they might be doing is trying to keep it close with the other mat. They're still in the 106 pounds. Fort Laramie Southeast up 12-0 on the CNA scoreboard. So let's take another commercial break and come back. Hopefully we'll have some live wrestling back at Niobrara County High School.
Looking For expert urologic care in your community, Dr. Matthew Ruttman, board-certified urologist at Banner Health Torrington, specializes in comprehensive urologic and pelvic health, treating everything from bladder issues and kidney stones to pelvic pain and prostate issues. Dr. Ruttman provides personalized, compassionate care right here in your community. Call Banner Health Torrington at 307-532-8758. Banner Health, making healthcare easier so life can be better.
Bear Mountain Beef is your go-to for all of your USDA beef, hog, lamb, and goat processing. Located in Hot Springs, they're the premier USDA processor in the area. Give them a call today to book your next appointment, 307-338-2751, or visit their website, bearmountainbeef.com, 338-2751. Bear Mountain Beef, a cut above the rest.
About perfect timing is Boyd and Copeland just starting here in the first period. Both just jockeying for position here, trying to get some position with their arms, work towards a shot. There's a shot, low single leg by Boyd, up to his feet, switches off to a double leg, steps over, gets a three-point takedown. Good start for Gideon Boyd. Breaks Copeland down and now moves up to the righting position. He's got a 2-on-1 on Copeland's right arm. He's going to need to do something with that. Now he tries to stack him up. Copeland rolls through. No back points awarded there. 3 zips, CNA scoreboard. There's a roll through. Now he's got Copeland. He's going to get some back points. Just 2 count. Now he's didn't break it, so the count starts again. Still at the 2. Hips into him and tries to take Copeland over the top of him. But Copeland posts up, looking to get a reversal. There's 2 for the reversal. Working on back points on Boyd. Boyd will get 2 near fall. So it's 5-2 on the CNA scoreboard with Copeland a deep half. Needs to get outside. Can't turn him without a leg in from a half in that position. Boyd to his feet. Copeland down to the mat. Locked hands. That's going to be 1 point when the official decides to stop it. There it was. Gosh darn, that was too bad for Copeland. It looked like he was in a position to get Boyd rolled over for some near fall points. Should be 5-3 CNA scoreboard. Scorekeeper's got it 6-2, and pretty soon parents and coaches will let him know about that. No move off the bottom from Boyd. Copeland with the cross face. Hipping into him was Boyd. Nice job. He's going to get a 2-point reversal. That'll run the score 6-7-2. And now Boyd looking for the pin with 5 seconds left here in the first period with a deep half. Nothing there. Time's going to expire. So 4 near fall there. They have the score a little bit wonky on the scoreboard, and there's the Burns head coach. Going to go over and talk to him about the score on there. It says 14-2, but they gave 2 points to Boyd that they should have given. I still think that it's maybe not right, but we'll see. I guess they're going to scoreboard operator calling the down official over. Now the official's got to go through the points in his head as they happen. I think that it should be 12-4, but I'm not real sure. Down official gave the 2-point reversal before he gave Boyd the 2-point near fall, and I think that caused the confusion. So Caden Hill take a forfeit at 126 after this one. Then we're back to some live action with Miles Smith taking on Rutley Hansen. Rutley wrestling well this year. So they're not going to change it. They're going to keep it 14-2. Boyd with a 12-point lead needs 5. Needs 3 to end this thing with a 15-point differential and a technical fall. There's 2 of them. Quick switch from Boyd. Traps the arm. I'll bet he's going to try to tilt him here. 16-2. Just needs 2 points. He's got the 2-on-1. Trying to get it trapped on Copeland's belly. It's got a near side or a half on one side, underhook on the other. There's the turn. He's got the points too, and that's going to be it. 18-2. It's a shame that he ended it right there because he was in a penny combination, and on a team total, he only gets 5 points for a technical fall, and he would get 6 for a pin. So Caden Hill, not ready. He's getting his sweats off now to go out and get the get the forfeit. Got caught up watching the match. Puts his headgear on. Now comes trotting to the scorer's table. Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast up 17-0. About to be 23-0. Glen Rock up big over the combined team of Upton and Niobrara County, 30-0. This is 126. Hill takes the forfeit. Now Miles Smith at 132 taking on Rutley Hansen. There'll be an open at 138 as LJ Hansen will get that, and then another one at 144. So after this one, we'll be able to take a timeout, get a drink of water, and come back with some more live wrestling. Hansen. Nice takedown for 3 on Smith. Now at the edge of the mat, it's going to try to chin him and pull him back into the mat. No call off the mat. Interesting there, letting him wrestle. Smith just kind of trying to keep Hansen's arm, getting any arm control. Hansen's got him in the cradle, working him slowly back towards the mat. Smith, nice job getting out of the cradle. Belly's down, now base is back up. Hansen, near side cradle. He's got a nice job getting his head in the side. Trying to force the head down. No points there, 3-0, CNA scoreboard. Hansen with the lead. Next live match will be Braden Baldridge and Kason Ross at 150. Now Hansen's got Smith in trouble on the edge of the mat. Smith trying to kick out of it. That's a near side cradle, and he's going to get the pin. That was Rutley Hansen in 1 minute and 21 seconds. So here comes a series of buys for 2 of them. I'll take a 30-second timeout and be back after this.
Don't miss community weekends at Blowdorns in Torrington. Every Saturday and Sunday from now until the end of February, get 15% off everything in store. That's right, 15% off everything. All you have to do is enroll as a Do It Best Rewards member. Not a member yet? Sign up is easy at Blowdorns. Community weekends at Blowdorns in Torrington. 15% off everything until the end of February. We'll see you Saturday.
Shad base back at Niobrara County High School. The Lusk Duals. As Cathcart just received his bye. That'll bring up Baldridge from Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast against Ross from Burns Pine Bluffs. This is Kason Ross. At 157, Jax Thurin from Burns Pine Bluffs will accept the forfeit. We'll have a live one at 165. Not sure why we're trying to keep these mats pretty close together. They're at 157 on the 165 now on the other mat, with only two girls, no girls matches on the other mat. I don't think that I saw maybe Glenrock has a couple girls, but Niobrara County only has two. So here goes Baldridge and Ross at 150 pounds. Baldridge with a shot. Nice sprawl by Ross. Now goes for a near side cradle. Now into a half Nelson. Flips Baldridge to his back in a hurry. It's got him tight as a button. And at 16 seconds into it, it's going to get the pin. So Kason Ross pins Braden Baldridge. Wow. Just a counter wrestler there. Sprawled out and then took Baldridge straight to his back. So Theron headed out to accept the forfeit. That'll bring up Baron Grubbs from Lingo Fort, Laramie Southeast, and Colby Haas at 165. Some really good matches coming up in girls action. Looking forward to one in particular. They've both been on a tear here lately. That's at 145. Lily Lawrence from Lingo Fort, Laramie Southeast, and Nicole Sumari from Burns at 145. Man, that's going to be a barn burner, I think. We got all kinds of things going on over here with coaches visiting the scores table. It says on the team scores, Lingo Fort Laramie 17, Burns Pine Bluffs 24, and Burns Pine Bluffs has two more opens coming, so that's 12 more points. Now it's 30-17. After this one, two opens for Lingo Fort Laramie Southeast. Haas and Moen will accept those, and then it's D'Angelo Gann and Oliver Hare. So there's Thurin's forfeit. Cute little trick the kids are doing these days, running in front of the scorers table, acting like they tripped. It's an epidemic. Grubbs and Haas. Doesn't look like either wrestler really. There they go, locking horns. Didn't think they were going to tie up at all here. Maybe work for it. Grubbs is going to probably try to throw a headlock. He Saturday tried to throw several. Kind of a headhunter out there on his feet. There's a shot by Haas. Single leg sprawl by Grubbs, and he's going to get the three-point takedown. Had him on his knees, and now Haas to his bait. Posted up. Grubbs gets him, broke back down. Haas with the hanging on to the leg, now trying to work up to his base. Looks like possible locked hands, no call. Tripoded up by Haas, back to the mat. Grubbs with an underhook on the left side, and Haas rolls his wrist out of it. Just Grubbs powers him over. I'm not sure why these wrestlers are standing next to the mat, but I've got 6 of them right in front of me, kind of blocking the action from my point of view. Camera's got a pretty good view on it. Grubbs breaking him down. Now Haas trying to scoot out of a half Nelson. Grubbs needs to switch off, jump to the other side. Haas not doing too much, and Grubbs just a lot of pressure down on him with 7 seconds left here in the first period. Looking to get an escape right at the end. And it's not going to happen. His time's going to expire. So Grubbs tank is down. Haas on top trying to break him down. There's a roll by Grubbs. He's got Haas in trouble on his back. Reverse half if he can get to it. He's working towards it. Maintains control of the arm. Haas goes into Grubbs, driving into him. Grubbs getting back points. Haas fighting off his back. Grubbs looking to get the pin here with 1:30 left. Haas in trouble. There's the pin. 1:31 into the second, or 31 seconds into the second period. I'll be back after this.
Live there.
Been driving around looking for that perfect house?
I just don't see anything I like. Do you? Wait, I know. Remember that house we went to that one night with the lights I liked from that movie we went to on our first date?
Looking for a house shouldn't be frustrating or a scavenger hunt. Let me help you. Jackie Van Mark, Century 21 Valley Realty, your home matchmaker. Call us today, 532-2110.
Perfect time for me to have a timeout and ask the coach to move his wrestlers out of the way so I can see what the heck is going on. 7 of them. Ay, ay, ay. All right, so our next live match is going to be the 215-pound match between D'Angelo Gann of League of Fort Laramie Southeast and Oliver Hare of Burns Pine Bluffs. Burns Pine Bluffs up 42-23 on the CNA scoreboard. And we're underway at 215. Both teams open at 285. Gann drops to his knee, fakes a shot, nothing happening. D'Angelo's just a sophomore. There's a shot quickly behind his Gann. He's got the left arm trapped. He's trying to secure it now, going with the far side half, it looks like. Now he jumps to this near side for an attempted half. There's a crossface by Gann. Not much attempt to get out to the side and get a pinning combination. There's a half Nelson. Now he jumps out to the side. He's got it deep. 1:05 left here in the first. Hare in trouble on his back. There's the pin with 55 seconds left. So League of Fort Laramie Southeast going to lose the boys' side of this duel, 42-29 on the CNA scoreboard. I'll be back with girls' action after this.
In custom cattle feeding, Dinklage Feed Yards features old-fashioned reliability and commitment to create better feeding and marketing opportunities. Dinklage ranks as the top choice of progressive cattle feeders throughout the country, and our financing department offers a prompt, convenient, and competitive response to our customers' cattle or feed financing needs. So make Dinklage Feed Yards a part of your team and allow us to maximize your profits. Dinklage Feed Yards, East Highway 26 in Torrington.
Looking for dependable fuel and lubrication products? Dooley Oil and Gearing has you covered. Proudly serving eastern Wyoming and western Nebraska for over a decade. Keep your equipment running strong with Power Service Extreme diesel fuel, Shell Rotella motor oils, Blue Ribbon Def, and Baldwin filters. And for your pivots, we carry drip oil, grease, and gear lubricants to keep things moving all season long. Call Travis at 308-633-2764. Dooley Oil and Gearing.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. I'm Ryan Young, your Torrington Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help make them feel a little less unexpected. Stop by our office on Main Street in Torrington or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Shad Bates back at Niobrara County High School. Got the League of Fort Laramie girls, League of Fort Laramie Southeast girls, and Burns Pine Bluffs coming up. League of Fort Laramie is going to get 5 straight forfeits at 100. Taylor Betchel at 105, Abby Boyd, 110, Ari Poston, 115, Kennedy Blevins. That's where that one just accepted. Madeline Carlson's going to get one at 120. So the first match is going to be Jaylen Grant, Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast, and Tatum Rear from Burns Pine Bluffs at 125. There's Carlson's, and now, no, I think that was Poston's, and here comes Blevins. 5 matches, they're all back-to-back-to-back. Everything is open at 165, 170, and 1 at 220, 235. And Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast Open going to give a forfeit to a very tough Jesley Jackson from Burns Pine Bluffs. So we've got Grant and Rear. Teams are just getting ready. Carlson trotting out now. Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast up 30-0. So Burns Pine Bluffs going to need to get some wins here in these 5 matches, as they will essentially just have one forfeit. They just have one forfeit, so it's 30-6. They got 24 points to make up if they want to win the duel as a team in these 5 matches. Grant and Rear underway at 125 pounds. Both wrestlers kind of feeling each other out, trying to work towards some sort of takedown, create an angle. Elevation and angles are what creates shot opportunities. Due up next is Jalen Ruby from Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast and Alyssa Hoffman at 130. Grant with the elevated single leg drives into Rear, takes her straight to her back, and she's in deep. A minute 19 left here in the first. And there's the pin at 44 seconds for Jalen Grant of Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast over Tatum Rear. That'll bring to the mat 130-pound Jalen Rudy, Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast, and Alyssa Hoffman from Burns Pine Bluffs. 135, Kinsey Thomas, Lincoln Fort Laramie, due up, taking on Cree from Burns Pine Bluffs. That's Riley. So Ruby and Hoffman. Hoffman with the full face mask must have banged her nose up a little bit. Really controlling the head, and now a shot by Hoffman in deep, bellying over is Ruby. That's 3 for the takedown. They're at the edge of the mat with Ruby in trouble. Hoffman's got her pinned. That's 24 seconds in period 1 for Alyssa Hoffman. Nice job by Hoffman, messing with the head and then dropping into a single or to a double leg straight to the back. So, 135. Kinsey Thomas, Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast, taking on Riley Cree from Burns Pine Bluffs. Fuller and Garcia on deck on this mat. Wrestlers ear to ear, shot by Thomas. She's looking for a short fireman, so she's going to get it. No points awarded. Nice hustle to get out of that by Cree. And now there's a takedown for Thomas. She's got a half Nelson on one side, arm control on the other. Getting outside, now she's just got to walk towards the head. Cree's got to look away and peel it off. You look into this thing and you're in trouble. Thomas really driving hard. Can't get her, doesn't look like she can get her left arm all the way in on the half. She's got to get all the way outside to do it. There she's got it on top and looking for the pin here in the first period with 1:02 left. There's Thomas, and she gets it at 1:01 into the first period. Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast, nice match by Thomas. Good volleyball player too. So, Haley Fuller, Kelly Garcia at 140. 42-6 CNA scoreboard. Lincoln Fort Laramie with the lead. Waiting for the clock official to erase the 3 points for the takedown of Thomas. And the final match of this contest will be Lily Lawrence and Nikki Sumare from Burns Pine Bluffs at 145. But first, Fuller and Garcia. Fuller working, she likes to throw that underhook, and almost an underhook and half Nelson, essentially, from her feet. Garcia in tight on the leg. Fuller pushing her away, backs out of it now. Looks like she's got a cradle hooked up. She's going to get no points awarded yet. I'm not sure why they haven't done that, but Fuller looking to take her to the back. There she broke her down, and the 3 points is awarded for the takedown. Fuller on top. I have no idea what's going on. Coach is almost on the mat. Wrestling coaches, there's a different breed. Fuller trying to get an arm control on the left side. And Garcia trying to base up. Now Fuller's got Garcia's left arm pinned against her body. Working the far side half, but nothing happening for Fuller there. Chops the left arm. Garcia gets it back out in front of her. Needs to make a move on the bottom. Neither is really doing anything. Now Fuller hips Garcia to the ground, to the mat. Garcia backs in, bases up. Fuller again with a tight waist. Garcia stands up. Fuller throws her down. 6 seconds left here in the first. 2-1, and the first period's going to end with Fuller up 3-0 on the CNA scoreboard. And it's going to be Garcia's choice. She's going to take neutral. That's a risky move against Fuller. I've seen Fuller throw girls straight to their back on this from her feet, and get that quick pin. State tournament last year. Garcia needs to create an angle and not attack Fuller straight on. A quick step to either her left or right. Shoot back opposite the way she steps, as Fuller will trail with that leg and expose it. 1:30 left here in the second period. I'm going to probably, wherever Burns Pine Bluffs ends up on the next match. There's a shot by Fuller. She's working up the body, and nice job by Garcia, just giving up 3 and no back points. Wherever Burns Pine Bluffs goes, I think I want to follow them, as it would be the only other time this season before state that I would be able to get them on. Fuller gets flipped over by Garcia, 2-point reversal, and getting some back points. 6-6 CNA scoreboard with some back points coming. Fuller on her back now with 45 seconds left. Garcia pushing her shoulder to the mat, and that's going to be it, as Garcia comes from behind in the second period and gets the pin over Haley Fuller. So here's the match, Sumari and Lawrence at 145. Both of these wrestlers have wrestled well all year, following them online and the results of the tournaments that they participated in. Sumari pushes Lawrence to the mat and now trying to spin behind. Nice job by Lawrence trying to work a short fireman's. She's got control of Sumari's elbow. Needs to drive and sit out. Sumari tries to shuck her by, but Lawrence has a bear trap grip on that elbow. Sumari with an underhook on the left side. Now a half Nelson trying to force Lawrence over to her back, and there Lawrence goes. Samari in a good position here. She got a little high. Lawrence rolls through it, so she's going to get 3 for the takedown. Should get at least a couple for the back point, but I haven't seen. Must have just rolled through it. Samari with the underhook. Chicken wing, and now getting Lawrence tilted, and there's the pin. 106 in the first period. Nicole continues her tear at 145 pounds. So Jesley, there's an open, both teams are open at 55, and that's got to be 165, 155, 165, and 170. Jesley Jackson receives a forfeit, and that's going to end this duel. Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast via all the forfeits are going to win it 42-24 on the CNA scoreboard. I'll be back after this.
In Wyoming, trust is something you earn. A handshake still goes a long way. And when a neighbor needs support, you don't hesitate, you help. Those are the values that define Wyoming, and they're the same ones that have inspired us at Pinnacle Bank for generations. Local, rooted, and community-driven. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC.
Looks like they threw in a couple, at least one exhibition. I won't be doing play-by-play on these, but I will certainly leave this rolling. Remind everybody that these are archived on GoCo Now's YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. You'll get a little alert every time I'm live, or any sport is live on GoCo Now. Doesn't cost a dime. These will be able to be viewed for years. And I have noticed that people are going back and watching them over again, or telling their Aunt Mabel in Lexington that it's on and they can watch the match. So I'll be back with some live coverage when these duels conclude and I figure out where Burns Pine Bluffs is going to be. We're underway. Burns Pine Bluffs versus the Upton Niobrara County combined team, and we are at 120 pounds. Lincoln Heath and Gunnar Copeland, and he's going to get the takedown. Open at 106 and 113 for both teams. Heath with a nice roll through, getting some back points on Copeland. Niobrara County will have two wrestlers. King Kaufman, the other one at 165. He'll take on Colby Haas. That'll be a good match too. Now, chicken winged up in the pin at 44 seconds by Lincoln Heath. Grant Asherts and Gavin Dolick up now. I guess Niobrara County has three wrestlers. Haven't seen Asherts yet this year. Against the Upton Bobcat. Ashert fighting off a hand control. Got a big brace on his left elbow. Looks like Anna as well as a pad. There's a shot in by Dolick on a single leg. Nice sprawl out. Trying to break the arm off the leg. Gets one of them off now. Needs to get outside if he's going to try that cradle. Now he just got an overhead headlock. Now he's going to spin back behind. Asher gets a 3-point takedown. They move to the edge of the mat. Drives him over with the crossface. Gets a couple counts. Not sure it's enough to get any back points. It wasn't. Thought he went twice, but he didn't, the official. Lingo Fort Laramie Southeast taking on Glenrock on the other mat. This is a quad. Asher's trying to push the head down of Dolick, and now gets him flipped over. He's in tight. 22 seconds left. He's going to get the pin. It's a minute 38. Back-to-back wins for the Tigers here in this combined team duel. That'll bring up Rutley Hansen taking on Norman. That's Landon Norman at 132. Trey Schneider and Kason Ross on deck. I'm going to check that. That was Dolick with the pin. Nope, Ashurst. A little tough to read some writing on. I just took pictures of the official scorebook. They don't really have. Until these kids weigh in, they don't know exactly where they're going to do, so pumping out a program is kind of sometimes a waste of money. So, we got Hansen. Now we got Norman, and we're ready to go at 132 pounds. The Upton squad up 12-0. Upton, Lingo Fort, Niobrara County combined. Nice job by Hansen. Getting that underhook, getting him elevated a little bit, and then just driving across him, blocking the leg. There's a near side half and an underhook on the other side. Arm control. Tries for it over the top unconventional cradle. Sit out by Norman. Countered by Hansen. Tries to get him back into the mat. Near side cradle. He's got the head down. He's got it locked up. He needs to tilt him back towards the mat. He recognizes where he's at and scooting him over. Now switches off. Gets back behind him. Sit out by Norman. Chin in his shoulder right there. Right in that Empty spot on the shoulder. We'll move him over now. Hansen switches off to a double leg. He's got to work up the body. Got a minute left here in the first. There's another attempt at a near side cradle. Norman posts his head up. Hansen trying to push it down with his left elbow. Norman tripods up, tries to sit into Hansen. He does. Hansen holding on. Now he's at risk of giving up the reversal. There it is, and he's going to get some back points. Boy, that's a fast count that this official has. There's the 4 count at the edge of the mat, but Norman's toes are in, and that's what's important. They got 26 seconds left. And Hansen, after dominating most of the match, gets a little high and ends up getting pinned at 136 in the first period. So at 138, Trey Schneider from Upton is going to take on Kason Ross. RJ Hansen is going to take a forfeit at 144, as is Cathcart at 150. There's an arm drag, attempted a low single. Nice job by Schneider to get out of it. It's nice these teams from the south will get a look at least the Upton team from the north. Got regionals here in a couple weeks. About a week and just over a week and a half. There's a diving shot by Schneider. Ross needs to lip arm out. Got that whizzer on this side. Now Schneider's got him elevated, thrown back to the mat by Ross with the whizzer, and they go out of bounds. Minute 13 left here in the first. Kason, a scrappy wrestler. There's a bit of a duck under and a shot. Reshot by Schneider. Now Ross on top. Schneider looking for maybe a short fireman's here. He's got control of Ross's left or right arm. 48 seconds left in the first. There's the attempted sit out for a short fireman's. Nothing happened. Nice counter move by Ross on Schneider. I think Ross maybe think about backing out and resetting all this, but Schneider's got control of his left or his right arm. They're going to call a stalemate, reset everything with 20 seconds in the first. Now Ross has a shoestring issue. Now we're ready to roll. 20 seconds left. Token shot by Ross. Now he's got him, tries to shuck him by, underhook at the left side. Schneider appears to feel pretty comfortable in this position. You can see he's looking to pop that hip and sit out. Yeah, time's going to expire. 0-0 CNA scoreboard, 138 pounds. Niobrara County High School. Schneider's going to defer. Ross will take down. Good match. Ross tripods up, gets to his feet. Schneider trips him down, controlling Ross's left arm. Now has an underhook, and he's driving up over Ross's head. Ross has tried to base up. Now he goes with a chicken wing and tries to get an underhook. Ross keeping his right arm from getting back. Oh, it's a double chicken wing. He's got to sit up at the right time. Schneider trying to take him back. And now Ross is in trouble on his back, and Schneider's going to get the pin. Nope. All these wrestlers in front here. Again. Chicken wing on Ross, drives up over his head by Schneider. Ross trying to roll through it. He's almost there. Schneider was high. It's going to get 2 back points. That's going to run the score 6 Starts counting again, still only 2. Still has a chicken wing. Until he lets loose of that chicken wing, he won't get any more points. He'll just start the count over. Now a chicken wing and a far side half attempt. Ross fighting off this back. Now he's backed out pretty good. 30 seconds left. There's the pin by Schneider. Case and Ross, that'll bring a couple forfeits for Burns Pine Bluffs. LJ Hansen and Cathcart back to back. Hellwig and Thurin up at 157 will be the next live match. So there goes LJ for the forfeit. Burns Pine Bluffs gets on the scoreboard. 24-6, now it's going to be 24-12 with Thurin up, and then I think probably the match of this duel, Kaufman and Haas. There are some forfeits coming up for Burns Pine Bluffs. They're going to accept them at 175, 190, and 215. So these two matches coming up are important. Thurin with a near side cradle. Pretty high. Now he's going to get his position back behind after getting the takedown. I don't think he could have pinned him in that position there. He's got the arm trapped. Left arm of Hellwig. Trying to roll him through and get some back points. He gets through. There's the count. He's got 4. Let him go. Let go of everything. 4 awarded, 7-0. Hellwig gets to his feet. Thurin elevates. Tries to dump him. Now just muscles him back to the ground out of bounds. Minute 8 left here in this first period. Jacks Thurin up 7-0. The CNA scoreboard. Hellwig tries to sit out. Nice job following him by Thurin. He's trying to reach through and grab that arm that he's got trapped so he can get another more near fall. He's got it. Had him turned. Had a couple count, not just one count. Needs to switch off with 46 seconds left. Nope, there's the 2. He's got a leg tied up in a crossface, just trying to back point this Hellwig. He's going to end up with 4 with 30 seconds left. So now it's 13. He needs 2 more points, and this will be over on a tech fall. 25 left. There's a half Nelson. He's got his left leg, right leg in. Try to far side half. Now just going to suck him up, go over the top, and pinned with 13 seconds left. Nice match by Thurin. Pressure non-stop. So that'll bring up the match that I circled on this one, is we're going to have Keen Kaufman taking on Colby Haas. Kaufman ran into a buzzsaw, the match I got coverage of on Saturday when he was teamed up with the Crawford team at the Bullington Memorial Duels. Go take a look at it. It's on the GoCo YouTube channel. Just probably below this broadcast. Keen is going to get the takedown on Haas. Gets his left leg in, breaks Haas down. Now he's looking for a far side half. He's got the elbow in the back of the neck of Haas. Now the leg is out. Kaufman pushing the head down. Letting Haas get to his feet. It's going to give him away, give 1 point escape. This is the last match of this duel. The rest will be forfeits. There's a deep shot by Kaufman. He's going to come out the back door and get the 3-point takedown. 6-1 CNA scoreboard. Kaufman looking for a 3/4 Nelson as Haas bellies down. There, he's going to get it, and that's going to be a pin with 49 seconds left in this first period. So Coffin with the pin over Haas. Let's take a timeout here for some sports boosters. I'll be back after this.
Eric's Lube Express provides fast, friendly, and convenient oil changes with no appointment needed. Located in the Cold Springs Business Park, just north of Baumgars. Simply drive up and never get out of your vehicle. They'll also accommodate your busy schedule with pickup and delivery service. Just call 307-338-2653. Oil changes made easy. Eric's Lube Express. Swing through today.
Hi, this is Brian Young, CEO of Go Goshen. Go Goshen is a nonprofit organization dedicated to fostering economic development in Goshen County since 1987. In our community, small businesses are vital, which is why Go Goshen focuses on retaining and expanding local enterprises through grants and other opportunities. We're also home to the Chamber of Commerce, Travel and Tourism, and the Main Street program. Visit gogoshen.com to learn more about how we can help you today.
Shad Bates back at Niobrara County High School. Let's see if we're going to have, doesn't appear that we're going to have any girl matches. But we shall see. Nope. So what we'll do is we'll jump over to Lingo Fort Laramie Southeast and Glen Rock. I won't provide play-by-play on this one. Maybe I'll go get the score sheet and do that for you. They're at 132 pounds as Skylar Smith just got pinned.
About it, but then she's like, maybe not.
There's going to be some matches of, those were exhibition, of Lingo Fort Laramie Southeast and Glen Rock, so I'll bring you coverage of those. First up, we're going to have Kennedy Blevins versus Gardner at 1:15. Again, Lingo Fort Laramie Southeast going to receive forfeits at 100, 105, and 110. Those are Betcher, Boyd, and Poston in that order. Haven't been able to get the girls on this year, so I thought, well, I better jump on and after the exhibition. I think the only team left would be Upton and Lingo Fort Laramie Southeast, the two teams that haven't wrestled each other, and Glen Rock and Burns Pine Bluffs. And now Blevins stepping on the mat with Gardner. First match tonight for Kennedy. Was injured earlier in the year, but good to see her back on the mat. Kennedy reaches down. Token approach at a shot. Now he's going to spin behind and get the three-point takedown. Blevins in control here early in the first period over Gardner. Blevins with the chicken wing. Arm bar is going to get her. Gardner turned to her back. Minute 15 left, a lot of time, just needs to relax, needs to hip into her here, there she goes. Needs to get perpendicular. Circle back around towards Gardner's head. Gardner trying to pop her head out, and if she does, Blevins could be in trouble. There's 4 points for the near fall, and then a 2-point reversal, 7-2 CNA scoreboard. Blevins is trying to get the reversal back. Nope, didn't score the reversal. That was my bad there. I would have given a reversal and then another one. But it's a wash in the end, I guess. Now there's a point for an escape. Back to their feet. 7-1 CNA scoreboard. 35 seconds left. Blevins really a counter on the takedown a lot of times. But Gardner gets her tight here. He's got a half, and Blevins is on her back. 15 seconds left, needs to fight. There's Blevins with a 7-4 lead. He's going to get pinned with 11 seconds left. Minute 49 in the first period. So the next match is going to be Carlson versus Teisner at 1:20. And then we will have Ruby and Lawrence at 1:30, and those are the only three matches here for the girls. So 1:20, Carlson, Teisner. Carlson initiates a tie-up. Forehead to forehead, some hand sparring going on. Carlson, you see, trying to force Teisner's head down. Minute 35 left. No shots and a takedown for either wrestler at this time. A little push-pull action by Teisner, but no shot to follow. She's got Carlson to step in now. They're just going to go off the mat at the scorer's table. Carlson had a good opportunity to maybe counter that one and get a takedown. It's a good shot by Teisner. Minute 5. Both girls just pushing right now on each other, kind of not really moving around. Jockeying for position with their hands. Created angle by circling. There's a shot by Carlson. Teisner's got her down now. Near side cradle attempt. And Teisner's going to get the takedown with 30 seconds left. Teisner trying to spiral ride Carlson to break her down. Carlson playing havoc with Teisner's left arm, grabbing a hold of it. Five seconds left. And we're going to head to the second period. 3-0, Teisner up. And it looks like Carlson's got some blood on her. Some blood on the mat. So we'll start the blood time. I'll take a quick commercial break and I'll be back after this.
Cowboy fan or a Trailblazer, Lancer, Dogger, or Cyclone, Heartline Embroidery has the apparel and accessories you need to show your school colors. Stop in the store on Main Street in Torrington and take a look for yourself. From jackets and t-shirts to everyday gear and accessories, we promise you'll find something for the whole family. With new items always coming into the store, you'll always find that perfect item to show off your school spirit. Only at Heartland Embroidery, downtown Torrington.
Shad Bates back at Niobrara County High School. Wrestlers starting neutral to start out the second. Carlson does not like Teisner's hand on her right hand on her shoulder. Pushes it away a lot. Now tried to snap Teisner down. Strong girl didn't go. Maybe moved a couple inches. Ear to ear back to the center of the mat. Minute 30 left here in the second. There's an overhook, and now Teisner backs out. Shot by Teisner, double leg. Nice sprawl by Carlson. Needs to get the Teisner's right arm off her. Teisner trying to do a fireman, little short fireman's here, and she's just going to try to spin out. Gets to her feet, back to the mat. No points awarded off the mat. Boy, that was close for Carlson. Almost got the takedown. Carlson pushing into Teisner. .45 seconds left in the second. Teisner up 3-0 CNA scoreboard. No, they went double leg deep by Teisner. Carlson, nice job hipping her off. And now cross facing, trying to get a takedown, get Teisner to the mat. 15 seconds left. Teisner not able to finish. Carlson doing a nice job pulling her up and away from her on those deep double legs. There's another one at the edge of the mat. Nice sprawl by Carlson. They're off the mat with .8 left here in the second. One more match in this girls' duel. That's it for period number 2. Carlson's choice. Nope, it's going to be Teisner's choice. She's taken up. If I was Carlson, I probably would have taken down because there was nothing going on from the feet for her. And now Teisner's going to let her go. Nope, she's going to start with her hands on her back. Spiral ride gets Carlson broke down. Carlson needs to get to her base. Teisner with the leg in now. Trying to throw a crossface. Carlson really can't move at this point. There's a lot of pressure down on Carlson. She needs to get her elbows in and back up to get to a base, and then Teisner with a far side half. If she gets her hand to the mat, it will get back points. Carlson looks away, gets the hand off the top of the head. Now she goes crossface, but pretty loose with her leg riding there and can't get Carlson turned. Carlson kicking her legs, trying to get her leg unhooked. She does, trying to base up, backing in. Teisner pressuring down on her. Carlson, nice job getting to a base. Now needs to get up to her hands. There she goes. There's a double legs. Both go in, and then Teisner not doing anything with it. There's an attempt at an underhook. Carlson not letting her do anything. Teisner, if she's going to have her like that, she's got to try to get some sort of tilt. And they're going to call a stalemate. Well, the legs, I can tell you, leg riding of Carlson is why, or Teisner is why Carlson took neutral in the second period. Again, Carlson on her feet to start. Trying to spiral ride Carlson. Carlson tripods up, trying to face her. She needs to reach in and grab that leg that's closest to her. Looks like there's going to be a roll here coming. There's a half Nelson, and Carlson's going to get put on her back with 15 seconds left here in the third. She's bridging hard. 10. Short time. Trying to keep from getting pinned. 3-0. It's going to be 7-0 after this time will run out here with 1 second left, and that's going to be the match. Teisner's going to win it 7-0 on the CNA scoreboard. Pretty good match for both wrestlers. So Grant at 125 is going to accept a forfeit. That means our next match and the last one is going to be Ruby versus Lawrence. Ruby from Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast. Opens are going to go, forfeits are going to go to Thomas, Fuller, and Lawrence in that order at 135, 140, 145. Both teams open at 55 and 170, 190, and 235 is going to be open for Lincoln Fort Laramie. But we're going to go with Ruby stepping on, taking on Mal Lawrence from Glenrock. Lincoln Fort Laramie up 24-9 on the CNA scoreboard. Ruby pushes Lawrence back, now re-engages. Ruby's got a lot of hair flying everywhere. Sometimes you see the girl wrestlers wearing a little skull cap type thing, keep all that hair in check, but neither one of these have them. Ruby definitely, oh, there's a shot on a single leg, drops to her knees, needs to keep circling. She's getting cross-faced, Ruby is, and now going to give up the takedown to Lawrence. 3-zip CNA scoreboard. Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast receiving 7 or so. There's an attempt to tilt, and Lawrence is going to get the reversal. But she gets too high, and Ruby gets right back in control on top. Or Lawrence does. There's a half. Lawrence outside. Ruby tripoding up. She looks into the half. That's not good. She needs to look away. Try to reach up with her right hand and peel it off. Does a nice job of getting out of the half and back to her belly. 30 seconds left here in the first period. There's a half without the arm. Now she gets the arm. Lawrence does. Ruby bellies back down. No points awarded. A hard crossface. Lawrence bases, or Ruby bases up again. 10 seconds left. Ruby doing a nice job. Lawrence really putting a lot of pressure and beating her up while she's on top here in the first period. We're going to head to the second. It's 5-2 CNA scoreboard. And we're going to flip it up, and it's going to be Ruby's choice. She's going to take up against Lawrence. Not much of a move from Lawrence on the bottom. Ruby breaks her down. Trying to get that crossface. Now she's got it. See what she does with it. Ruby pulling on her arm. Lawrence digging back behind. Lawrence pulls the crossface off. Ruby re-engages it. And now just trying to drive straight across with the crossface 2-on-1. Ruby's got her left leg posted up. So Lawrence has her left leg posted up and now reaches up over the head and flips Ruby to her back. Gets a headlock. Ruby in trouble here with a minute 15 left. Got the 4 count after the reversal. Ruby fighting for her life, and she's going to get pinned with a minute 7 seconds left in the second period. So a series of forfeits coming up. Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast going to win this duel as Thomas will collect a forfeit. As well as Fuller and Lily Lawrence. And then Harris and Kendall at 190 and 235 respectively will collect their forfeits. Here comes Fuller. So the Upton / Lusk team have yet to duel Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast. Burns Pine Bluffs will take on Glen Rock. And I will be back with coverage of one of those. I'll flip a coin and see what comes up. I'll leave the camera on, but I'll be back in just a bit. Shad Bates back at Niobrara County High School for the Lusk Quad. I'm going to bring you coverage of Burns, Pine Bluffs, and Glen Rock. There are going to be quite a few matches in this one. Upton, Niobrara County, and Lincoln Fort Laramie Southeast underway on the other mat. We just flipped a coin here on our mat. We're going to start off with Selby from Glen Rock and Copeland at 120 pounds. Both teams open at 126, so then we'll go to 132 with Allen and Rutley Hansen. First we have Gunner. Gunner gets pushed to the mat, makes it look like a wild shot, but really he was forced down, gives up the takedown to Selby. Now Selby's got Copeland on his back. Minute 35 left, gets 4-point near fall, 7-0 CNA scoreboard. I'm gonna have to go tell these Glen Rock kids to move out of the way. No points awarded. Now Selby's going to circle the head, and Copeland giving up back points. And Copeland's going to get pinned 54 seconds into the first period. So both teams open at 126. That'll bring up Brody Allen from Glen Rock and Rutley Hansen at 132. They'll be followed at 138 by Jesus Garcia and LJ Hansen. We have Rutley first. It amazes me at wrestling tournament. It's just like this at every duel, every tournament, that the wrestlers just block the view of the mat from the fans. And like I said, it happens everywhere. So Allen and Hansen, 132 pounds, underway. Hansen with a shot on a double leg, gets his head on the outside, circling. Allen posting his leg, now reaches inside of Hansen, is going to muscle him over, going to get the takedown, and now he's going to get some back points as Rutley in trouble. Wisely lets go of the leg and bellies down. Hansen right across the neck, trying to, with his leg in, getting more counts on a takedown, or on a back near fall. Gets 3, 6-0 CNA scoreboard. Nice sit out by Hansen. But trailing and throwing a leg in was Allen. Now working towards a power half, gets off of that, goes to the underhook on the far side, see if he can. Hansen needs to keep his arm in tight to him. Now gives up the arm, and it'll go straight in the air behind Allen's head, and Allen reaching back for Rutley Hansen's head, and is going to get some back points here with 45 seconds left. Now he switches off to a headlock, and it's deep. Hansen circling towards the legs, trying to get the leg in and roll through this. Hansen in a bit of trouble here with 30 seconds left. And Rutley's going to get pinned with 25 seconds left here in the first period. This Glen Rock team is very good. Talking with Coach Grant from Torrington High School, and he said that Glen Rock was probably the team to beat at the regional tournament here in a couple weeks. So LJ Hansen steps on the mat at 138. He'll face Garcia. They'll be followed by Holman and Kaysen Ross. Lots of matches. They're not going too far. There's a nice shot by LJ. Double leg, push-pull situation. It gets the takedown. Traps Garcia's elbow, and now trying to roll through and get some back points. Garcia, nice job rolling a little too far. Now the arm is back behind the back, circling towards the head, and LJ Hansen has a pinning combination. He's going to get the pin, 28 seconds. Nice match by Hansen. Burns Pine Bluffs needed that one. Moved to 144, Holman versus Kason Ross. We're going to see Regan Cathcart wrestle at 150 for the first time. We received a forfeit in the previous duel that we covered. So Ross and Holman. Ross changing his level, no shot there. Holman engages, pushes him away. Ross gets back to the center of the mat. Took a little trot towards the edge. There's a nice arm drag into a low single leg. Good hips by Ross. And then Holman comes right back at him. Good counter wrestling going on here as Ross has a left arm control and an underhook. But Holman looks like he's feels good with that attempt maybe at a short fireman's, and we've got some blood. So we'll have a blood timeout. Ross and Holman going at it here early. About a minute 18 left at 144 pounds. We've got Murray Cathcart. Jack Stern will accept the forfeit at 157. At 165, we'll have Stewart and Hayden Winglow. Preston, and then we got some Sorensen's coming up. 175, Sorensen versus Morin, and Kyler Sorensen versus Archer at 190. Calms at 215. They'll take on Oliver Hare, and that will be all the matches for the boys. Do have some on the girls' side. Looks like we've got two. We've got Hoffman will have a match, and finally, we'll see Jesselie Jackson at 190 pounds. She is number 2 ranked girl at that weight, I believe, in the state of Wyoming. The last time I checked the polls. Lots of opens when you have the smaller schools. Makes these duels go significantly faster. I just watched Caden Hill pick a kid up and launch him. Landed right on top of him, and now the Upton wrestler's down. Ouch. So they got the elbow taped up. It wasn't a bloody nose, it was a bloody elbow that Holman had. No score. Lots of counter wrestling going on shots. Good scrambles. We'll start in the neutral. Here we go. Ross changing elevations. Holman doesn't move a bit when he does that. Arm drag, tried an ankle pick, back out by Ross. Now Ross tries to throw him and drops straight to his back. Slacking off was Holman. He's going to get 3 for the takedown. Ross back facing him on his feet. Holman trying to cradle, now low single leg. Loose wizard by Ross is going to get some back points out of this. A 2 reversal, and now they're counting. And Ross needs to get back to control. There he is. With the reverse half trying to spin, Holman has a hold of his leg, so he's not able to get there. I didn't see any back points awarded, or the reversal, or the takedown on the scoreboard. We're a little behind. And now Ross rolls through on Holman. He's got the leg arm trapped with his leg and should be getting some back points. Now he's counting. This official counts at a pedestrian pace. Ross trying to get a pin here with 6 seconds left. Holman fighting off his back. Going to get 4 points for Ross. It'll be 6-3 headed to the second period. Not much as far as takedowns the first minute and a half of that match, and then it just really exploded. Holman is going to take neutral after getting a takedown and then giving up a reversal and 4 points for near fall. Ross attempted a little fake at an ankle pick to the back leg of Holman. Holman tries to drive into Ross. He spins over the top of him. Now he's got a wizard. Holman down on a low single leg, reaches up. They're going to give a takedown there, and Ross was on his feet. I don't know how that ended up being a takedown. No knee was on the mat. Ross faces him. Holman down on the leg. Ross pushing the head down. It's a scramble position that Ross scored in the first. There's a reversal straight to Holman's back. Holman trying to pop him over. Ross with 1:08 to pin him. Holman fighting, rolling back and forth, but it looks like, I'm going to guess Ross should be able to pin this kid. As deep as he is right now, there it is at 57 seconds left in the second period. Kason Ross pins Wes Holman. Good match by Ross. So, 150 pounds. Cathcart steps on against Noah, I believe it's Noah Murray. Cathcart tries to shuck him by. Murray didn't really move. Back to facing each other. Tied up ear to ear. There's a nice duck under single leg. Switch to a double leg for Cathcart. Gets a 3-point takedown on Murray. Great back-to-back moves to get that takedown. Now Cathcart with the underhook trying to expose Murray's back. He's getting back points right now. He's got the 4. He lets him out. He's got to let the chicken wing out. He does. 7-0 CNA scoreboard. Cathcart strong. He just bullied him over with a chicken wing. There's a roll through. Going to get more points. Murray kicking. That's 2. Hasn't released the pinning combination yet, so they're going to count again. Once he gets his 4, he'll let him back over. There he does. Now he's awarded the points, 11-0. Now he flips him to a back with a headlock and is going to get the pin. 57 seconds left in the first period. Pinned by Riggin Cathcart. So Jack Stern will accept the forfeit at 157. Stepping up to the mat is Hayden Winslow. Going to take on Kelton Stewart from Glen Rock at 165. Preston Sorensen and Joey Moore end up next at 175. Team score over on the other mat is 18-18, and we've got King Kaufman on the mat at 165. Taking on Baron Grubbs from League of Fort Laramie Southeast. That would be a good one. But we're here on Burns Pine Bluffs with Winslow and Stewart. A little arm drag by Stewart as a roll through is going to end up in a 3-point takedown. Winslow trying to get to his feet. Stewart with a half Nelson. They go off the mat. They're going to reset. Winslow with the down 3-0 on the CNA scoreboard. Winslow to his feet, trying to peel the hands, and then gets taken back down to the mat, sits out, scrambling, gets his arm trapped, and that's all she wrote for the movement. As he's broke down now back to his feet and gets an escape. 3-1 CNA scoreboard. Minute 10 left here in the first. A little shuck by Stewart is going to result in a takedown. 6-3. Winslow down. Stewart hanging on the ankle, now moves up to a half Nelson in a tight waist, takes him towards him. Winslow trying to get to his base now. Winslow's going to give it up as his arms trapped. This is deep with 35 seconds left or so here in the third, and right at 35 seconds left, going to result in a pin by Stewart. That'll even up the team scores to, I believe, 24 apiece. So the first of two Sorensens for Glenrock. This is Preston taking on Joey Morin. Kyler Sorensen up next versus Stephen Archer. Morin, Sorensen, here we go. 175 pounds. Sorensen with a shuck by, nothing happening. Morin tries to throw him and slacking off with Sorensen. He's got an underhook on both sides of Morin. Morin needs to base up. He's down low. Sorensen, strong kid. Gets him broke down, gets Morin's left arm underneath him, now working a chicken wing and a tight waist. Now he's got the underhook on the far side. He's just going to circle the head. Morin needs to try to stay off his back here with 1:25 left. Sorensen's going to start getting back points now. He finally gets Morin turned. He scoots back down. He was way high. Morin had an opportunity when he was high, but not right now when it's tied up so tight. 1:08 left. He gets pinned. Sorensen, a good wrestler. So we're at 2 matches left in the boys. Kyler Sorensen stepping on at 198 to take on Stephen Archer of Burns Pine Bluffs. Combs will take on Oliver Hare at 215 after this one. And then Burns Pine Bluffs is open. And we'll give up 6 points at 285. Archer has hand control on Sorensen. He needs to shuck it by. Now Sorensen gets it out. They're back to the middle of the mat. Archer kind of dives. Now he's going to get in on a single leg. He's got his head between his legs. He's got a push-pull, trying to go through the back door. He's got his arm through. Sorensen holding on to his right ankle. If he can reach across and grab Sorensen's arm that's posting up his right arm, he would maybe get a takedown. Now Sorensen's got him broke down all the way, and Archer just needs to hold on to that leg and hope for a stalemate call with 1 minute left here in the first period. Now the crossface, they're going to give the 3 takedown as Archer let loose of the leg. Crossface to a cradle. Sorensen's going to get some back points here. He's got him tied up with 50 seconds left. And at 47 seconds left, he's going to get the pin. So Stephen Archer goes down by pin. Both Sorensens with pins. Takes us to our last match for the boys this evening. Oliver and Combs. And this Combs kid is tough. He got beat earlier and wasn't pleased about it. There's a shuck by Combs. Gets Hare down to the mat. Gonna let him loose. 3-1 CNA scoreboard. Combs engages contact with the tie-up. Looks like he's trying to work a headlock. Drops to a double leg. Gets another takedown for 3. Half Nelson gets down low. Hare needs to get off his back. Look away. He's pushing towards him. See if he can't get Combs to get up too high. Now he switches off to a half Nelson. Lowers his chest. This is danger time with 1:20 seconds left for Hare, as he's on his back now. And 1:15 left. Hare rolling into him, and Combs pushing down. That's a long time to fight off your back. And there he is. Combs can't believe he doesn't have him pinned yet, but nice job by Hare, not giving up We've got 52 seconds left, and that's going to be a pin. So 52 seconds left, there's a pin, and Glen Rock extends the lead, 36-24 after the forfeit. It'll be 42-24. That'll be a final in this, I believe in this, the last duel. This heavyweight has went out and taken a few pins this evening. Just 2 matches in the girls. They'll go pretty quickly. I will bring you coverage of those. I'm going to get a drink, and I'll be back with some more play-by-play after this.
Your own silage, you deserve seed that pays off at the feed bunk. At J.O. Seed Co., we distribute Golden Harvest seed corn with Inogen technology built to improve feed value and help turn more of your corn acres into beef. We plant it, we feed it, and we stand behind it. For more information, call Colby at 307-575-7272. J.O. Seed Co., seed that feeds.
Golden Harvest and Enogen are registered trademarks of Syngenta. J.O. Seed Co. is an authorized reseller.
It's a plus when you know you can count on Landscaping Plus for not only your lawn and garden care around your home or office, but the plus comes in when the snow flies, as they'll take care of all that snow removal from driveways, sidewalks, and parking lots, home or business. Just give Rob a call at 532-6067 and set up all this year's snow removal from now till the last flake flies. That's Landscaping Plus, 532-6067, Torrington.
Shad Bates back at Narborough County High School. They're on the girls over on the other mat. Lingo Fort Laramie is. They're at 106 pounds. I think that should be 105, but I'll let it slide. So, Mallory Lawrence from Glen Rock taking on. Nope, we're going to go straight to 190, and that's Stella Kendall and Jesselie Jackson. Jesselie wrestling really well this year. Wrestled well at state last year. I remember calling a couple of her matches. First time I've been able to see her live. She's in on working on hand control. Little shuck, tries to get in on the single leg, now gives up a single leg to Kendall. She's trying to sprawl back, has a cradle without the head, it's going to force her down, Kendall down for the takedown. 3-zip CNA scoreboard. Jesselie working the crossface, trying well outside. Trying to power across, now going to reach underneath and get the arm sit out by Kendall. Gets to her tripod, back to the mat they go with Jackson on top. 1:13 left here in the first. Half Nelson and a spiral ride. Now Jackson just going to let her go. Kendall in on a single leg. Jackson got a crossfacer here. She's got a heavy leg pushing down, and now Jackson's going to give up the takedown. So Jackson down 4-3 to Kendall. First period, 45 seconds left. Kendall putting the leg in on Jackson. She's really high. If Jackson could tripod up to her feet, get her leg out there. She's got her hands out. Look out here. Pinning combination on the edge of the mat with 28 seconds left. Jackson looking to get the pin. She's up 5-4, 20 seconds left. She's got to keep her toe in the mat. And there she gets the pin with 19 seconds left in the first period. Nice job by Jackson being patient on the bottom, waiting for Kendall to get too high. And that's going to end up in a pin. And that might be the only match of the girls. They aren't going to wrestle the Hoffman-Lawrence match. That's all she wrote, folks. I'm glad I made the trip. There's a lot of really good wrestling going on up here at this quad. So I'm going to sign off. Don't forget, this will be on GoCo Now YouTube channel forever. Go back and watch it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night, everyone.